How do you know if you're an adult child of divorce? On one hand, it sounds like a really simple question or a really simple definition. Your parents got divorced when you were a child, and now you're an adult. What more could there be to it? The first time I heard the term adult child of divorce, I was 30 years old. My parents had been divorced for 20 years. I had never heard the term adult child of divorce, and I never realized that that described me. I was browsing in a bookshop and came across the discount table. On the table, I found a book called Generation X by Jen Abbas. I picked it up out of curiosity. Adult child of divorce, what is that? My parents divorced when I was a child, and now I'm an adult. So does this describe me? I bought the book, took it home, and I was both shocked and delighted as I read the author describe my life to me. Not the exact details of my life and my parents and their breakup, but my inner world, my fears, my questions, my thoughts. In the years since then, I've spoken with many adult children of divorce, and I've read many books about divorce and children. I've also reflected a great deal on my own experience and how my parents' breakup when I was a child has gone with me through my teenage years, my young adult life, my adult life, and even my own marriage. If your story is similar to mine, that you remember your parents being together, you remember the day that you heard that they were going to break up, and you remember life after that when you moved back and forth between homes, shuffling between two worlds and two families, it may be very easy for you to describe yourself as an adult child of divorce. But if for some reason your story didn't progress along those lines, you might find it more challenging to answer the question, am I an adult child of divorce? And finding an answer to that question only matters if somehow describing yourself as an adult child of divorce can help you gain more clarity about your experience, your childhood, your adult life, and some of the unique challenges and opportunities that you face now. My parents split up when I was 10 years old, and I remember the day that my mom sat my brother and me down after school and explained that she and our dad no longer loved each other and that they were going to break up. I remember she got her suitcases, put them in the car, and drove away. I don't remember if we used the word divorce that day, but I remember my dad coming home from work and my brother and I having to explain to him that mom had left. And of course, in the months and years that followed, divorce became part of our daily vocabulary. So for me, as I said, describing myself as an adult child of divorce has been a very helpful way for me to put a label on my experience. There are common characteristics, questions, and experiences that we share with one another. I can also say that being able to talk openly and honestly with other adult children of divorce has been incredibly healing and helpful for me in my own journey of understanding my past, healing from my pain, and being able to move forward in my journey. There may be some of you watching this video who don't fit in the categories of adult child of divorce in the way I've described them. However, I'm going to talk about some of the varieties of adult children of divorce, and if this applied to you, and if you would find it helpful to adopt the term adult child of divorce, you're very welcome to do so. The first scenario would be that your parents got married and then they split up when you were very young. So you have no memory of your married parents being together. In this case, you may wonder, am I an adult child of divorce? I don't even remember a before. All I remember is the after. Another scenario would be that your parents were married, and maybe you remember them together, maybe you don't remember them together, but at some point in your childhood, they split up, but they never actually got divorced. In that case, you may wonder, do I qualify as an adult child of divorce? My parents are still married. Another scenario would be that your parents never got married. So they were together for some period of time. That could have been days, months, years, and then they broke up. You may or may not remember them being together, and you may or may not have both of them in your life now. Regardless of those details, you can still belong to the Adult Child of Divorce Club. For the sake of this video, and in answer to the question, am I an adult child of divorce? We're not getting into the details of your parents' relationship in terms of if it was healthy or not, if it was abusive or not, if they were happier then or happier now, whether you agree with their decision or disagree with the decision. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is simply trying to understand your story, the way that your parents' relationship and the development of their relationship, including the breakup of the relationship, has impacted you as a child and now as an adult. But adult children of divorce have many common characteristics. This is what leads me to believe that the exact circumstances of our parents' breakup, their marital status before, during, and after our childhood, isn't as important as the structure of our family and the way that the changes in that structure shaped us. Here are some common characteristics that many adult children of divorce share. Many of us describe feelings of loneliness and questions about belonging and identity. We wonder who loves us, who will be there for us, who we can depend on. Many of us have gaps in our childhood memories. Many of us deal with insecurities and doubts about our worth and value. We have a deep longing to be loved and connected, but we struggle to be open and vulnerable. We learned survival skills and coping mechanisms in our childhood, and these ways of being helped us as children. But now, as adults, they may be getting in the way of the healthy relationships that we long for. Many of us find it challenging to trust people. We hesitate to make long-term commitments. And many of us have questions and fears about the future. There are many more characteristics that adult children of divorce share with one another. And if you can resonate with any of these, you're not the only one dealing with these struggles and challenges. And there's nothing wrong with you that you haven't been able to get over your parents' breakup or move on or leave it in the past. However, the more willing I am to accept that my parents' breakup has left a mark on my life, the easier it is for me to move forward. Being an adult child of divorce isn't the only or most important thing about you. However, it is part of your story. It's part of your life. It has shaped you in a way that few other things have or will. The more you're able to be aware of and accept and understand how your story and your parents' relationship and the dynamics of divorce and separation and remarriage and step families and all of that has shaped you, the more equipped you are and the better able you are to move forward, to have healthy relationships, to love and accept yourself, and to build the life that you truly want. If you found this video helpful in any way, then please subscribe to this channel and participate in the conversation. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your comments and your questions, and surely others will benefit from hearing about your life and your experience as an adult child of divorce.